of Olympia. My name is Janine Cummings, and this is the Unity Choir. We're so glad you're here. Let's stand up. Just double check that it's a fine, fine day. As we wave at our live stream folk, thank you for joining us. Oh, it's a fine, fine day for us to come together. Yes, it's a fine, fine day for us to gather in this place where we can laugh and learn, where we can sing and praise. It's a fine, fine day. It is a fine, fine day. Shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart. It's a fine, fine day. It is a fine, fine day. Oh, it's a fine, fine day for us to come together. Yes, it's a fine, fine day for us to gather in this place where we can laugh and learn, where we can sing and praise. It's a fine, fine day. It is a fine, fine day. Oh yeah, it's a fine, fine day.
Fine, fine day.
It's a fine, fine day.
Fine, fine day.
It's a fine, fine day.
Good morning, everybody. The Unity of Olympia Choir, so glad you're all here today. At Unity, we honor all faith traditions, all paths to God, and we welcome each and every one of you, those of you who are here in person, and those of you that are at home. We're glad that you've joined us. At Unity of Olympia, we have a purpose statement that we put a lot of energy into fulfilling. Our purpose is to nurture, grow, promote lives of freedom and joy. Yours. That's your job. And to inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. Last week I asked, and I'm going to ask again, who knows somebody here who's made a positive difference in the world? Look at y'all. So I'm going to light this candle as a symbol of that light that shines within every single one of us, within every single human being, whether you like them or not. Let's pray. Spirit, Holy Presence, we come to the awareness of this presence and power, this love that lives in and through and as us. It is the sea in which we swim. It is present in the hearts and minds of all of the other humans. It is present in the life of animals and plants. It is present in the sound of a child. We're grateful for this life that lives and moves and has its being here now. We're grateful for the love that allows us to be present to all that is, whether we think it's pretty or not. We can engage in that love of the divine because it is holy and sacred. We're so grateful for this truth. Thank you, God. Together,
Thank you, God.
Amen.
All right, can we stand up because I'm really hoping you'll dance to this one. Love, why don't you rock me and sing? Rock me in your arms. I said, love, why don't you rock me? Rock me in your arms. Whole night, whole day, all night long. Oh, and joy, why don't you rock me? Rock me in your arms. I said, joy, why don't you rock me? Rock me in your arms. Whole night, whole day, all night long. We're gonna raise the key. And grace, why don't you rock me? Rock me in your Why don't you rock me in your arms all night, all day, all night long. I said all night, all day, all night long. Look at you guys, that was great. Good job.
Good morning, everybody. It feels like there's a really nice energy in here. It must be the rain. Everybody's going, thank God we're really back in Washington again. Ooh-ee. For those of you at home, we welcome you as well. Happy to have you join us online. So my name's Greg Saltless, and of course you know that I am happy to be your platform assistant today. Our collective wisdom and creativity combine to bring freedom, joy, peace, love, equity, and justice to the world in ways that we cannot imagine when we are acting alone. We are stronger together. Our commitment to social action means we are called to make positive differences in our larger communities to serve, awaken, support, and partner toward that end. So at this time, I want to invite Reverend Terry to do her youth lesson.
Thank you. We're going to start with a little honoring by Lisa. She needs to get the mic. Honoring.
Oh, so many of you are so special to my heart. I just want you to know that. And we had an opportunity where we got to help Ann Chanel with moving, and it was a big deal. There was a huge workshop that her husband had, and David and I were blessed to be able to go in there and just see all the different things that he had and organize them and figure out what was going to the Habitat for Humanity, what we were donating, what was happening with all that. And in the midst of all that, we would find some things and we're like, yeah, this is worth something. Maybe we should put it on Facebook Marketplace and see if we can get some money. And she was kind enough to give it to David and I and donate those funds to our youth department.
What?
And I just want to honor her for that, because I know that there was so much going on during that time, and she was just like, Lisa, I don't care, but I just want to be able to have a clear space for the next person to come. And I just want to thank you and let you know that the things you gave, we weren't able to sell everything we wanted to, but we did sell $230 worth of stuff. So amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Ann, and thank you for your donation.
We are an abundant community, are we not? That's exactly right. So today, I believe the lesson is about a bird. You guys know what bird plays the role in Harry Potter's movie? Raven? Phoenix. Your mom knows. Okay. So for those of you who haven't seen the Harry Potter movie, Harry is, of course, the star, and he's in his kind of principal's office. That's not what he is. Headmaster. Yeah, okay. So he's in the principal's office, and the principal's not there. And he's got this beautiful bird, this phoenix, and while he's standing there looking at it, it just goes up in flames and turns into ash on the floor. And when his headmaster comes in, he's sorry. He apologizes because he thinks he might have done something he didn't mean to. Wow. What do you think the lesson is in that? I know, it's a hard one, isn't it? The lesson comes from when Dumbledore comes and speaks to him, and he says, don't worry about it. This is the way it works. The way it works is we go through a stage in life. This phoenix goes through a stage in life, and then when that stage is over, it's like he just goes down to ashes and rises again as a new being. Still him, but a new him. Does that make sense? How many of you have had such a huge change in your life? Yeah, a huge change in your life that it felt like you were turning into ashes on the floor, and when you stepped up, you were risen again. Yeah, that's a big deal. Do you remember the affirmation? I rise up and, no, something like that. Okay, I'm going to check because it's a good one. Hold on. I rise above and begin again. Some of you are going to be making a giant change in your life pretty soon. And it could feel like things are going to ashes. And I promise, I absolutely promise that you will rise up and begin again, and it will be beautiful, and you will be beautiful. Mm-hmm. Let's sing them out.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, in the light, in the light, in the light, in the light.
Our community's commitment to ourselves and others bring us together to make the world a healthier and safer place for all. As you know, it is your generosity that enables us to do this important work that we do for our community, for our world, and for ourselves. So today I'm going to transition us into the prayer portion of the service, and the prayer team will be bringing forward the prayer request box. I will remind you that you have the opportunity to put your own prayer requests into either the box in the front or the back of the sanctuary, and our prayer team will pray with that. For our daily word today, we have Carol.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today's word is forgiveness. And by hearing that phrase, I will rise up and begin again, after we learn to forgive even ourselves. So, good message. So, forgiveness is my path to peace. Occasionally, I may decide that a transgression or mistake is simply unforgivable. However, when I maintain a spiritual perspective, I realize forgiveness is the key to moving from painful interactions and it's an important part of our spiritual path. Releasing unforgiveness may be one of the hardest things I will do, but I trust there will be peace in my heart and clarity in my mind when I do it. Whether I struggle to forgive another or myself, I trust there is no judgment or condemnation in spirit. Whatever the error, the divine presence within helps me transcend it. There is no pain, no hurt that is greater or more enduring than our source. This is a comfort and promise that helps me forgive and know lasting peace. And the reading today is from Luke 6:37. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you are forgiven. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is my path to peace. Please join me. Forgiveness is my path to peace. And so it is.
Just in case I forget, I want you to know that Carol will also be available at the end of the service for individual prayer. If you would like to join her, please feel free to do so. So as you know, we believe in the power of prayer here, and I want to remind you that to consider putting your prayer requests in. I think it's a wonderful thing to do, and if you've ever been to Unity Village and sat in silent unity, you know how amazing that is. Very, very powerful. So this is the time that we do our statement of faith. I invite you to join me with There Is Only One. Together, please. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in myself. God the good, all power, presence, and wisdom. It is in God that I live, move, and have my being.
You're going to say yours, Bill?
Okay. All right, this is a moment of inspiration for me when we were rehearsing this song, and I said, you know, I have an idea for something for the congregation to do while we're singing this song, and then I flew it by someone who was here early, and I said, what do you think? And she said, it's exactly what I was just doing, so it must be the right thing. So the name of the song is Breathe, and the chorus of the song says breathe, 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 breathe. And I encourage you to, well, do whatever you want, but it feels to me like it just felt right when we say, breathe, that you breathe in, and then we'll go, breathe, and you will breathe out, and you will just feel it. Don't think you're going to do it right or wrong or anything, just breathe.
I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, and I know, I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender and let go, release and know. I breathe in, I breathe in, I breathe out, I breathe out, I take in, I take in, I give out, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release and know. Just breathe. Mr. Steve Mazeppa.
So today, I have a special presentation. I went to the Unity Northwest World, Northwest, not World, Unity Northwest Region Conference, and I had opened it up to people in our community, and 2 people did come with me. Karen Reddick attended. She is their social media and office person, and so it was the first time she got to meet a lot of the people that she's been working with in person, so that was really fun. And Carol Layton, our prayer team lead, came with me. So I've asked Carol to come up and talk a little bit about her experience and how it felt for her to be a part of this regional event. Would you come on up, Carol?
I have all this, but I'm not going to read it. I prepared a report, and then I was asked to share how it moved me. And so that's all I'm going to focus on, just how the conference moved me. First of all, it was in Bellingham, Unity of Bellingham. And every person on that staff moved me with their kindness and graciousness, and how they, right down to the food and the coffee people drank, how they cared about showing kindness and making sure everyone was comfortable. That really moved me. The second part was being able to sit in on these smaller groups where people were able to share their thoughts, their ideas, and how we can grow as an individual and be flexible in our thinking. And the last one I'm going to talk about is the president. CEO. The CEO of Worldwide Ministries, Jim Baker.
Close.
What is it?
Blake.
Oh, I like Baker.
That's all right.
Blake. Okay. I only met him once, and that was at a distance. But he was talking about how they would like to combine the 2 parts of Unity Ministries and Worldwide. And then he opened for questions. And the first person that spoke was pretty negative and thinking, well, this happened, what are you going to do about this? And he answered I've learned a term from someone I highly respect, and it's called sacred listening. And that's what he was doing, listening very carefully. And I thought about that, and then he went on to the next person. And about 3 minutes later, he went back to that woman. He says, I'd like to stop. He says, I feel like I have not answered completely this person. So he talked to her, and he again opened his heart and mind and was humbled. And he humbled himself, that's the word. And spoke to this woman, and until there was unity. And I decided that is the kind of leader that I am happy to follow. So that's my take.
Thank you so much. When a layperson from our community attends regional or national events, it's a big deal because they represent Unity of Olympia. And so I'm so pleased that both of them were able to go and be a part of that. Reverend Jim Blake was one of my classmates, and yes, he is the CEO for Unity World Headquarters at Unity Village. And I also have stated to people that I absolutely would be am willing to follow him as the leader of Unity. Would you show the video? This is the video that they prepared.
Unity is no longer a well-kept secret. We are a growing, thriving, global movement of spiritual and personal transformation. Whether we are equipping ministers, sending free inspirational materials, or praying with the world, the Unity movement is touching millions of people. Every statistic is a seeker, a minister, a soul touched by unity, a youth finding belonging, a prisoner receiving truth, a lonely heart finding peace in prayer, a leader saying yes to the call. From your neighborhood church to a prayer whispered at Unity Village, from a small group in Texas to a social media post in Puerto Rico, Unity is alive, awakening, and expanding. We are not just growing in numbers, we are growing in spirit. This is not a secret, this is a sacred movement.
Unity is empowering leaders, reaching souls, and transforming lives. Together, we are Unity. Once was enough, though. So this has been, this has been an interesting journey that Unity has been on. Unity Worldwide Ministries began many years ago, I think in the 60s or 70s, somewhere around there, to serve the ministers and the ministries. This move become one again with the whole Unity Village, Unity World headquarters, to become one, comes out of a place of recognizing that we as the ministries are having challenges, right? In the 80s, Unity of Olympia was 300 adults and 100 children. I know, I just saw a mouth drop open. And we're not alone. Unity is not alone. It's all the ministries except for the Christian nationalist, ultra-right Christian churches. Wow, right? I just got shivers even saying it. So people have been up in arms about whether we should come into one community or not. But I want to read to you from Reverend Wendy Craig Purcell, something she posted on our Facebook page, Unity Ministers Facebook page. I was ordained a Unity minister in 1980 in my 45th year of ministry. Now, I'm in my 45th year of ministry. I truly know what it takes to run a ministry, and I absolutely know how profoundly different it is to do so today in our post-COVID world. There is an urgency for evolution. While our core teachings remain eternally true, the delivery system for those teachings must evolve. We are now operating in a world that demands a different approach to community, communication, and spiritual engagement. No ministry, no matter how good our message is, will survive if we keep doing things the way that we've always done them, or even the way we did them pre-COVID. We simply must adapt. I believe Charles Fillmore would be expecting no less from us. This doesn't mean we'll all look the same in our individual ministries. We'll continue to be unique. It means that we are unified in our effort to embrace modern methods, share successful models, and to leave behind practices that no longer serve us or the people we are trying to reach. This is the time. The world desperately needs the positive, practical teachings of unity now more than ever before. To meet this moment, our ministers and ministries, y'all, must be fully empowered. Over my decades in ministry, I've witnessed our previous failed attempts to merge our organizations. This time, I assure you that things are fundamentally different. The world is different, and our current two-organization structure of Unity Worldwide Ministries and Unity World Headquarters is simply not a fit for the challenge of this new era. It divides resources, and it adds unnecessary complexity when what we need is clarity and synergy. Crucially, the leadership is different. While I honor the service of those who came before, the consciousness, alignment, strategic skill, and shared vision of Unity World Headquarters executive team and board leadership is exactly what this moment and this merger requires. This is not about the past. It is about the current leadership being uniquely suited to finally achieve the efficiency we need. She goes on, and I'm just going to finish with these last two pieces. As one who now serves on Unity World Headquarters Board, I have witnessed the skill, professionalism, and consciousness of our executive team and my fellow board members. I hold the utmost respect for our CEO, Jim Blake. I am confident that by merging, we will maximize our collective resources to better serve our ministries by investing in tools and training of the modern era, strengthen and amplify our message to reach a broader, more digitally engaged audience, provide the vital support our ministers need to successfully implement necessary change. She ends, I wholeheartedly urge my colleagues to vote yes on Unity Reimagined. So today I want to let you know that the small team, Jean Garwood, Peggy Brink, Julie Showalter, and Rodney Jones, and we did meet last week. These are our 4 delegates to Unity Worldwide Ministries annual meeting to vote on this. I have urged them to vote yes. I've stacked the deck as much as I possibly can, and I've provided them with all of the information that, and links to all the information that they need in order to make their own decisions. I will be voting yes on this. And so I just wanted to, one more time, this is happening on November 5th. So we won't know next week, but the week after next, I'll come and I'll say, here's what happened. Either way, we're going to go with the flow, because that is our theme this year, right? We are living in flow. Together, we are living in flow. Ooh, I am so grateful to know that there isn't a wrong answer. I mean, I always think I'm right. Anybody else have that? Come on, one person. Thank you, two. We're finishing up this week with Sky Nelson Isaac's book called Living in Flow. He is a physicist. I love this book, but it is not spiritual or religious at all, except for as I continue over and over to interpret what he's saying. Thank you for the science. I love it when science supports our spiritual teachings. That is great. We started off, oh, I guess I could get my notes. Hold on. We started off with the author telling us what synchronicity means, because the flow and synchronicity go hand in hand, right? Well, you've all been listening to me talk about this for 5 weeks now. And so we know living in flow, which means to be open to what's going on, listening to what's going on in the moment, especially when something changes that we didn't expect. Being open-hearted, open-minded to what is the possibility in that. Really reflecting on whether this is something we could have expected, should have expected, or not. And then, what's the other R? There's another R in there. Reflect and release. Letting go. Releasing whatever it was that we thought should happen. Right? And then taking some action. Taking some action that is based on our values and based on our goals. That's what living in flow is scientifically. That sounds really boring. I like to say that living in flow is being awake. Right? Being awake to what's happening in me and out there at the moment. Being awake to knowing that there is an abundance of life, an abundance of good, constantly being made available if I'm awake enough to see it. It might not look the way that I thought it would look, but it is fabulous, and I can choose it. Y'all on board with that? All right, today's about authentic living. I want to start by telling you a little story about something that happened in the office at Unity of Olympia on Fern Street. Back when I went into the office almost every day. That's over. Right? That's one of the post-COVID things. So I was in the office, the phone rang. Oh yeah, we had a phone system in the office too. So the phone rang, I picked it up, and it's this lady, and she says, hey, I don't live there, but I'm moving there soon. I'm coming from out of state, and I need to find a place to live where I can board my horse. Right? Okay, well, did you call around some rental agencies? Well, yeah, but I'm a Unity member, and I know that, you might know some stuff, and I'm going to be coming to Unity when I get there. If this is you, tell me. I can't remember who that woman was. And so I said, well, you know what? I don't know of anybody who has a room for a horse and is looking for a renter, but I will, there's a bulletin board right across the hall. I'll write your information down and what you're looking for, and I'll put it on the bulletin board. Whew. Now, I'll tell you, there's a part of me that is so ego-driven, you might not have noticed. Don't fall out of your seat there. In my mind, I'm like, who does she think I am? And luckily, I've done a lot of work. I heard that, right? And I realized, I don't know. I mean, chances are, I'm going to put it on the bulletin board. I'm going to take it off in 2 months, whatever. But I don't know. Okay, fine. God's got this. So then I'm teaching a class a week and a half later on a, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday night. Now, if this is you too, let me know, because I don't remember who was there. Some lady that was mostly an online person, and she didn't come very often, but she was coming to this one class that she was very interested in. Audrey was in that class, I think, and so maybe she'll remember who it was. Anyway, she's sitting there and we're doing our sharing and talking, and I think it was a class on abundance. And she said that she is looking for a renter, and she's got all this property. I said, do you have room for a horse? Well, of course she did. You just never know, right? This whole thing about setting aside my prejudgments, my ideas about what's reasonable, this is the path to being in flow, to not knowing the answer. That's the path, right? When I already know, and let me rephrase this, when you already know the answer, when you already know how it's supposed to go, when you already, not me, when you already know what was supposed to have happened, we block ourselves. This or something better, right? This or something better. That's the easy one. This or something better. Flow opens us up to a path of abundance too, of really receiving or giving in ways that we never even thought was going to happen, right? And you had some flow going on when you were releasing all your stuff. Well, and we ended up being the recipients of that good too, as a community. It is pretty amazing what flow does. Flow allows us to be who we've come here to be. This, I believe, is the last week of the Quantum Living class. Is that true? Today's the last week of the Quantum Living class. That entire class is about recognizing the truth of who we are. I am love. Together? I am worthy. I am joyful. I am authentic. To be authentic means to recognize the voices that are going on in the head and realize, test if that's what's necessary. Is this a voice I need to follow? Or is this coming out of my history that may or may not really even have anything to do with today? Is this coming out of the cultural norms that I may or may not want to accept? To be quantum, this is Gary Simmons is pretty great, right? He loves the quantum theory thing. To be quantum means to be willing to question and then step into who we've come here to be, to live in flow. Now, that wasn't the full 6-week class, but last week I offered up my take on the previous chapter. He titled it, Live from the Heart, Sky Nelson Isaacs. And I invited you all to consider doing a practice of the Buddhist loving kindness meditation every morning. And I want you to know that I actually took my own advice this time, and I practiced the loving kindness meditation every morning. Anybody else practice? Excellent. Yeah. Even if it wasn't every morning, right? A lot of you practiced it. Okay, five of you practiced it. That's good. How was it? Great, good. Me too. There was one morning when so here's my morning, because my dog is getting old now. My morning is, hopefully I get to brush my teeth before I leave the house. But sometimes it's just pull on the sweats, put on the shoes, take the dog out for a walk. Like immediately, right? And then come back get my coffee, brush my teeth, and then I can sit down and do my centering stuff. Now, walking is a centering practice, right? I look at the sky, I look at the trees, and I feel a sense of oneness. Some of you have that experience as well. I get to move into that, but my teeth were still yucky. But one morning, we did the walk, come back, and sit down in my recliner with my coffee cup and my prayer materials. And suddenly, this visceral sense of love hit me in the center of my torso. Like, I caught my breath. And then it moved to fill my entire torso. I knew immediately what it was. And I thought, my body got trained to do it without me thinking about it. That's some pretty cool stuff, right? That is God at work. That is what we do this stuff for, right? I rise above and begin again. I rise above and begin again. Because as the day goes on and as I do stuff that leaves me confused or not getting my way, I have to go to sleep and I rise above and begin again. And the phoenix. I am the phoenix. Together, I am the phoenix. On October 1st, Jane Goodall passed on. You all know who she is, the chimpanzee lady. I caught a film called Famous Last Words. It's an interview of people as they age, famous people who have done good in the world, asking them about their lives and what they want people to hear after they pass. So most of this I'm going to read because I'm taking it straight from this show. She said, "We're all interconnected, and we depend on the natural resources of this planet. I was put on this planet to make this journey because things happened which took me. Like, for example, I wanted to go to Africa. It started when I was 10 years old, and I read Tarzan of the Apes. Before that, it was animals, animals, animals. But I fell in love with Tarzan. Was mad when he married the wrong Jane. His Jane was a real wimp. Everybody laughed at me. How will you get to Africa? You don't have any money. My family had a little money. Africa's far away, it's dangerous. Back then it was called the Dark Continent. It was filled with fierce wild animals, which of course was what I wanted. And anyway, you're just a girl. Them's fighting words, right? But girls back then didn't dream of anything like that. But Mom said, if you really want to do something like this, you're going to have to work very hard, take advantage of every opportunity, and if you don't give up, I'm sure you'll find a way. When Jane was just 4 years old, she got a job collecting eggs. And her question was, how do those eggs get there? And nobody would tell her the answer. So she snuck into the hen house following one of the hens, and she just sat there and waited where she could see the nest and the hen. She was gone 4 hours. Her family was about ready to call the police. Her mom was upset. But when she came back, knowing about chicken and the egg, her mom was scared, but did not get angry. She listened to Jane tell the story. In the interview, Jane said, "Isn't that the making of a little scientist? Asking questions, not getting the right answer, deciding to find out for yourself, making a mistake, not giving up, learning patience." Sounds like going with the flow, doesn't it? Jane Goodall was authentic. She was able to identify who she had come here to be when she was only 10 years old. In 1957, Jane made an appointment to meet Dr. Louis Leakey, and her intention was just to talk with him about his studies and about animals in Africa. She was there visiting a friend at a farm down in Africa. He was the head of the Natural History Museum. She didn't know that he had just lost his secretary. She thought they were visiting about animals. He took her on a tour of the museum and kept asking her questions, and because she was very interested and had read everything she could get her hands on, she knew the answers. At the end of the tour, he offered her the job, and she took it. Coincidence? Meaningful coincidence, synchronicity, being in the flow. This is how we live life, right? She was told no over and over again. What did she do? She rose above. She began again. In the end, she says, it was part destiny, part luck, and part determination. I believe in a great spiritual power. I have to believe in it because it's helped me so often. If I'm right that I was born with a mission, then it was the voice of that spiritual entity that put me on the planet. Even when she had been hired and Dr. Leakey had decided he wanted her to be the one to go and observe the chimpanzees, and they figured out that she shouldn't be out there alone and nobody would go with her. Her mom went with her. Her mom cooked and took care of her daughter as she followed her dream. A mom living in the flow too, right? There's just one more important action on Sky Nelson Isaac's to-do list for living in the flow. Play. Play. And he lists the kind of play. He says, not on your phone playing Sudoku. Okay. Playing cards, laughing with friends, playing at something creative, painting, playing music, not working at it, playing. If music is your work and it makes you stressed, no. If music is your love and you don't mind hitting a few wrong notes, play. This is, I believe, one of the most important pieces, right? Living in flow and being open to synchronicity means being willing to be present to what is, knowing that there is this source, this power, this presence that is living in and through and even as us to bring our good to us and to allow us to share our good with the world. Abundant living isn't about about whether you have a new car or not, but I do. How much time? Oh no, I guess I have to be done. Okay, I'll talk about my car next week. Abundant living isn't about stuff or money. It's about having an experience of freedom and joy in your life such that you can be who you've come here to be. Even if there are voices in your head that show up saying, no, you can't do that. I do laugh at that voice. Sometimes I have to be kind and compassionate with that voice. But most of the time, I can just recognize it as something that is no longer part of the truth of who I am. How about you? Yeah. Unity is a movement that can offer people this experience of life. And I want to share it. Do you want to share it? Yeah. I rise up and begin again. Together. I rise up and begin again. And so it is.
Oh, Dennis, if we could get the lights down, please. Thank you. Oh, that was just lovely. We invite you to sing with us if you want a deeper experience. Place a hand on your heart as you sing and breathe. Breathe into the heart. You're going to move. Okay.
With every breath I take, in and out, it's holy. With every beat of my heart, there's no doubt it's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. Yes, it's holy. Let's do it even bigger. With every breath I take, yeah, in and out, it's holy. With every beat of my heart, there's no doubt it's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. Yes, it's holy.
And so I invite you to relax the body a little bit. Maybe you have to squirm in your seat to let it relax a little more. Close the eyes if that's comfortable, and if not, find a focal point upon which your eyes can rest. And let's bring the attention to the breath. If you're like me, you like to breathe in deeply and then relax with the exhale. For those who wish to join me in that, let's do that another couple of times. We focus on the breath as a way of bringing our attention to here, to now, to this time and this space. The breath that flows in and through us. The breath that is the air all around us. The breath of God. The life force. I'm going to make several statements, and I invite you to repeat them in your own mind or softly to yourself. I am the life of God. I live in the flow of abundance and love. Beauty surrounds me everywhere I go. Divine intelligence works in me for my highest good. I am a blessing to others. And I receive the blessings of this world and its people. I am the life and love and presence and power of God. I invite you to let this sink in and allow those words to flow through your heart, your mind. Be with them for a few moments. I'll repeat them again as we go into the silence. I am the life, the love, the presence, and the power of God. The energy of God moves through all of life, including the energetic, material things. Any spark of energy is sourced in the divine infinite. We're so grateful for the opportunity to know this great life is our life, and that we rise up and live again.
With every breath I take, in and out, it's holy. With every beat of my heart, there's no doubt it's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. Yes, it's holy. Sing it out. With every breath I take, there you go, in and out, it's holy. Feel it in your body. With every beat of my heart, there's no doubt it's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. It's holy. Yes, it's holy. Good job.
As always, we know that each of you are here by divine appointment, not by coincidence, and we appreciate the fact that you kept your appointment today. If you're new to Unity, when you came in, you should have received a packet that looks like this. And in addition to the packet, you should have received a guest survey. And we invite you to fill out the guest survey. In particular, on the back side, there's a part that says what your experience was today. We'd very much like to have you fill that part out. On the front side, it's your name, your address, so that we can be in contact with you. Regardless of all of that, there's also this really cool little rose here that you can put right on your lapel, so that when you join us for our fellowship, we can greet you, answer any questions you may have. And there's a lot of information in the pamphlet, so I'd like to encourage you to take a look at that as well. At this time, I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward. As you all know, there are many ways of supporting Unity with your finances. If you're really cool, you can do it with Venmo. For the majority of you, however, you can do it by the automatic giving program. You can mail your checks in. You can also give as we speak with cash right here or checks. However it is that you support the church with your funds, we invite you to take that into your mind, into your heart, into your hand, and let's bless it together with divine love. Please join me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Unity. Let's start that one over again, shall we? See, we're all on autopilot, aren't we? We know that other one, but we'll start all over again with Unity of Olympia. Let's go. Unity of Olympia is a prosperous community. We enthusiastically and continually generate more than enough ideas, energy, and money to meet the needs and desires.
And we know this is so, is what you usually say. Today I'm grateful. Today I'm grateful. Today I'm grateful for every little thing. Today I'm grateful. Today I'm grateful. Grateful for just what this day will bring. And it's an honor to give so freely. It's an honor to give with love. 'Cause today we're grateful. Today we're grateful. Today we're grateful for every little thing. Today we're grateful. Today we're grateful. Grateful for just what this day will bring. Forever grateful for just what this day will bring.
So you see, he's holding out the basket because he sees I have a check here. And it is a check for $180 to Unity of Olympia, but I wanted to read the thank you note that goes with it. This came from, it says, Terry, thank you for your support for our high holidays through the use of your sound equipment. The TBH Unity High Holiday Relationship continues. Please accept this donation as a sign of our gratitude. Many blessings, Seth.
Wow. Oh.
We freely give, we freely receive. It really is a real thing. It really, really. All right, let's pray this money up. Spirit, we recognize each and every one of the gifts here as energy, the energy of love, the energy of hope, the energy of gratitude. And we bless it with our own, so that as it goes forward into the world, it carries that energy and blesses all recipients, whether they be individuals or corporations, that it is a blessing, bringing forth hope, love, and greater life to each person who touches it. We pray knowing that it's already blessed us. Thank you, God. Amen.
As you know, there's always a lot going on here at Unity of Olympia, and I invite you to join any of these activities. You'll find that they're very fulfilling, fun, and you get to see other people. So pretty neat stuff going on. So please consider joining any of the activities. As a reminder, Carol Layton will be in the back of the sanctuary for private prayer at the end of the service. Feel free to join her. The flowers today are donated by Denise Showalter. Thank you, Denise, so much. And this week, we're going to give it to a person who, again, has stepped up. I always appreciate people who step up into roles of leadership. And one of the chairs of our hospitality committee is Rachel Sturtevant. And so, Rachel, we are giving you the flowers today. Thank you for your service. Now, one of the activities that is not on the board that Terry gave me permission to mention, she said it's because I'm making the world a better place. I hope that will be the case. As some of you know, the Union Gospel Mission has a dental clinic, and each year there is a concert at the Washington Center for Performing Arts to support the dental clinic. And they get, in one night, they get half of their funding for the entire year. So you all know that I am a performer.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I have easy roles like being up here, and sometimes I have very, very scary roles like being at the Washington Center singing solo.
What are you singing, Greg?
So my past roles have included being John Travolta, being Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof, being Mick Jagger, and being Lumiere, the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast. And this year, I'm going to do my best rendition of Freddie Mercury. Now, if I were Steve Mazeppa, I'd be feeling very confident about this. But I am Greg Saltis, and I don't feel confident, but I have a lot of nerve, and luckily, Kyle, bless him, when I told him I was struggling with the music, thank you, Kyle, he said, the only person that can sound like Freddie Mercury is Freddie Mercury. So tickets are available. If you're not coming, just hold me in your prayers, please. And if you don't recognize me, I will be the opening act doing We Will Rock You. So tickets are available. It's really not because of me. It's a tremendously fun concert, as you will see. And Terry encouraged me to say that I'm making the world a better place by supporting the Union Gospel Mission. So terrorized though I will be, I will do my best. And I hope I am not turned into ashes afterwards and have to rise up again.
I think that what he's doing Saturday.
This Saturday. So
Yeah,
if you
go get your tickets.
Tickets are at the Washington Center for the Performing Arts, and the name of the show is We Will Rock You. So tickets are there. Believe it or not, they're selling fast. So if you want them, you got to get them.
And I am absolutely sure that he will inspire people to make a positive difference in the world up there on that platform, on that stage, whether he sings really well or not. I wanted to make note of some of the things that are coming up right this week. It looked like this week is the week that everything is happening. If you're newer to Unity of Olympia and you thought you might want to check out people, go to one of these things. So choir rehearsal today after service. Spiritual Explorers book group is primarily women. Occasionally they have a man show up. They don't stick around very long. But, you know, if you're the man that wants to show up, it is Zoom. It's on a Zoom thing. And so you go online and you sign up online. The 4-H Spirit group. Oh, I think are you guys still doing Enneagram? The Enneagram, reading a book about Enneagram. Who's in Spiritual Explorers? No, done with the Enneagram. Huh? Oh, what's Spiritual Explorers doing? What are you reading? Okay, it's really good, apparently. Matthew Fox. Oh, excellent. Okay, the excommunicated Catholic guy. Very woo-woo. The 4-H Spirit Group is Tuesday. Again, all of these things you go online for more information. It's going to be at Kathy Evans' house, but you have to go online and register, and then you'll get the information. 4-H Spirit Group, sitting around knitting, crocheting, making little hearts. Oh, chatting, little heart. Look at that hat. That's adorable, making hats. It's a service group, right? Unity Hiking Group is happening on Saturday. Information online. Next week, here's the most important part.
Yes.
Wear your costume. Sunday, Halloween costumes. Okay, those of you who would like to wear a costume next week. Help the kids feel comfortable. I'm sure that the kids will enjoy being in costume. And annual child protection training is for staff. Just so you know, we take safety for our children very, very seriously. And so we are doing a sexual abuse awareness training for our staff, our board, and any of our team leaders that are willing. Nobody is required as a team leader, but are willing to come. And we're just wanting you to know how important it is. It's not something that we take for granted, right? Okay, and then the very last thing, because there's stuff that I'm just going to tell Karen, our social media person, right this minute because she didn't know. November 2nd, Steve will be helping me to do a Day of Remembrance service. Day of the Dead is, did I say November 2nd? Good, okay. October 31st is, of course, Halloween. November 1st is Day of the Dead in the Hispanic cultures, the Latin American cultures. And we will do an honoring just because it's time to honor them. And we do this kind of annually, right? So if you have pictures that you want to bring, during the service, you'll be given an opportunity to speak the name of the person or people that you would release. So you can bring pictures and we'll have a little altar up here, okay? That's 2 weeks, November 2nd. Now I'm done. I know you got so tired you had to sit down. You know, we did good. It's only 11:15. I had to cut a lot. Carol had to cut a lot. We thought we were going to be another 20 minutes. All right. You guys want to pray? Okay. Let's do our closing prayer. Well, that's close. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is.
All is well.
Thank you for joining us online today. Have a great week. You guys want to circle up and